Alright, so what's going on today, fuckers? Welcome back to another rebuild here on the channel. Today, we are going to be doing the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm very excited to do this rebuild. A lot of you have been requesting it. A lot of you in my comment section are asking me to get Dennis Schroeder. Now, unfortunately, today, that probably isn't going to be happening. We have the Sexland backcourt, so I don't think that there's any reason to really get Dennis Schroeder, but I do see your comments. Trust me, I do not just ignore them. I will probably get Dennis Schroeder in a very soon future video, so be on the lookout for that. But today, we are going to be doing the Cleveland Cavaliers, and as always, if you guys are new around here and want to subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And if you guys could leave a like on the video, that would be awesome as well. And feel free to comment some video ideas down below. I think the Portland Trailblazers are next. Saw a lot of love on one of the top comments there, so they're going to be my next team. And then soon after that, pretty much whoever you guys want. So keep commenting, keep leaving video ideas, and let's get into this one today, boys. I am very impressed with whoever in the hell. Is it Kobe Altman still, or is that who it is? I honestly forget, but that sounds right. Maybe he got fired. I don't really know. But whoever's running the show over there in Cleveland basically just stole Jarrett Allen from the Brooklyn Nets in that 4-team deal. What did they give up? Like Dante Exum and maybe a pick or somebody? It was nothing significant to the level of just basically getting Jarrett Allen for free. So great job in Cleveland in this trade. Kind of a small piece that went under the radar a little bit. So that is going to go ahead and let me have a future center that I do want to build around a little bit. I think the Andre Drummond experiment here is just not honestly something I kind of want to consider. Obviously, he's a very solid center in this league, but he's going to ask for almost $40 million this offseason, and I have a 22-year-old right here who is, I believe, a free agent after this year as well, but not going to ask for nearly that much money and should definitely get to a higher overall than an 84, which Drummond is at. So I think Drummond's probably going to get moved. I saw in real life they're shopping JaVale McGee a little bit. I get it's a lot easier to trade a guy who's, 32, probably wants to be on a winning team, making $4 million, and a guy who, is making almost $29 million, also probably wants to be on a winning team. I mean, who doesn't? But you know what I'm saying there. So yeah, let's go ahead, and we are going to make some trades. Kevin Love here, 32 years old now, obviously a champion here in Cleveland. I don't really know what I'm going to do with him for now. He's definitely going to be on the team for at least 1 year. Might like to move on from him after that. Colin Sexton, this is the man that I am excited to use right here. One of the key pieces around who I'm going to be building with, and I think he's going to be great for this team. Obviously, his co-partner in the backcourt, Darius Garland, right here. And then they did go ahead and draft Isaac Okoro, I believe, 5th overall in this draft out of Auburn. So super pumped to see what he can do as well. But yeah, Drummond is definitely going to get moved right now. So let's just get into some trades. So I definitely did not expect to get this offered to me. I know Pascal Siakam is definitely having a little bit of a down year compared to what he normally is. I know the Raptors are not playing that well right now, but if I can get him for Andre Drummond and a second-round pick, especially because he's locked up, only 26 years old. The age difference here obviously isn't that great, but I don't really mind it. I think he's going to be solid for us, which kind of does leave Kevin Love that odd man out now. Now, I said I might give Kevin Love a year. I also didn't think I was going to get Pascal Siakam offered to me, so Kevin Love might be the odd man out now. And the thing that kind of sucks is we do have this entire starting lineup kind of figured out already, excluding Kevin Love. So that is unfortunate. So I really don't know what I'm going to get for him. If anybody wants to give me a pick, I really wouldn't mind that. I see Mitchell Robinson. I don't really need that. I do need a backup point guard, like Patty Mills. I don't really want to do this. Like, I don't want to trade. Like, I know Kevin Love's old on a bad contract, but I just feel like I can get somebody a little bit better, because this is definitely one of those teams that is going to be a 10-man rotation, at least in the first year. It's a super young team. They're doing a super good job building here in Cleveland. I don't mind Larry Nance Jr. off the bench. Obviously, we have the best D-Wade in history, in Cleveland Cavaliers history anyways. So let me go ahead. I'm fine with McGee for a year. So I see, just like I would almost like, if it was an option here, I'd almost just want to like buy Kevin Love out. Like, it's not though, unfortunately. So I think I might package him and Dellavedova here. I know Dellavedova is, a loved player in Cleveland. I don't know. I think he's kind of a loved player everywhere. But yeah, we're going to probably go ahead and maybe look for a backup point guard. I get it. Kevin Love's trade value is not too high, so I don't really imagine myself getting anybody that great. Mike Conley on a 1-year deal. Like, I don't want to start anybody. That's the thing. I don't mind if it's a higher overall, but I don't really want Mike Conley only for a year. Like, does anybody want to give me a pick? This is the tough thing right here. This is the tough thing. I'm not looking at that. I was just, how about if I include Windler in it? Any other better trades? Like, it's just, this is where it gets tough. I'm not really loving any of these, to be honest. I might just take this Patty Mills one. All right. It's a bad trade. Can I get a pick instead? Not a player. Can I get your first-round pick in 2022? It actually is kind of a lot to ask for. They want Dotson? Okay, I'm actually fine with that. So we do get a pretty valuable pick. San Antonio tends to suck in these rebuilds, year number 1, year number 2. So I didn't think they were going to give me their first-round pick this year. But yeah, Patty Mills is going to come in and be my new backup point guard. We did just pick up Rudy Gay as well, who really also isn't needed here, unfortunately. kind of just created the same problem for us. I'm fine with Cedi Osman coming off the bench. I think he could be good for us. So literally whatever I can get for Rudy Gay, it doesn't have to be anybody good. Maybe I can get a player, might have a little, not a little bit more value than Love, but it might be a little bit easier to get a pick for him. If you do know what I'm saying. So let me go ahead and look here. And of course I say all this and I don't get offered a single fucking pick. So, oh boy. All right. Who's just, I don't care. I really don't care. Just, sure. James Johnson. I know it's just, I'm getting worse, but I got a second round pick at least. And then I guess James Johnson might just ride the pine, honestly. We also have Taurean Prince on this team. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, just I don't really want anything here. All right, those two are just going to honestly ride the pine. I forget what exactly their contracts were, but I will obviously work on that next year. We're going to be doing a 10-man rotation here with JB Bickerstaff. Great. Okay, so Patty Mills will be my 6-man. He will be playing a decent amount of minutes. We're going to probably go around 17 here to Larry Nance. McGee's going to get around probably 14. James Johnson is just not playing. I'm sorry. I know he's probably a higher overall than who would have been playing, but yeah. We're definitely going to give Kevin Porter Jr. probably. Actually, I do want to give him 12. We'll give Cedi 10 here. So we do have 23 minutes to allocate here. I do want to get Jared Allen a decent amount of minutes. Do want him to progress a lot. Pascal Siakam probably getting a lot too. 32 here. I want to get 34. And then 32 there is honestly fine with me. So that's how it's going to look for year number 1. This obviously isn't a great team, not really exactly a win now team, but I do like the core that we are building up right here, and I really think we can be solid, especially by year number 3. So I think this team's definitely in a great spot right now. Might have to work on the head coach a little bit this offseason, but for now, this is how it's going to look. Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, they got Sexland in the backcourt. Please don't demonetize me for that, YouTube. Isaac Okoro, our 5th overall pick. Excited to see what he can do. Our new pickup here in Pascal Siakam and Jared Allen. This is a very versatile front court, and I'm super excited to see what it can bring to us. Actually, not that bad of a bench. Patty Mills here, Larry Nance Jr., JaVale McGee, Kevin Porter Jr., and Cedi Osman. So I've definitely had worse benches with better teams, but I've also had better starting lineups with better teams. You got to catch my drift. So I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs or not. This is 2K. Shit gets weird, man. That's all I'm going to say to you. So this is how it's going to be for now, and I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. So we do wrap up year number 1 here, and this team actually did make the playoffs. I don't really know. Also, if somebody could explain it to me in the comments section, how do the power rankings work here? Because you're telling me, yes, we're 7th in the conference. These are not a power rankings of just the Eastern Conference. How are we 9th overall? I don't really get that one, but that could just be me. Giannis is your MVP right here. Obviously, look at that stat line. Very well deserved. LaMelo, Rookie of the Year. I also really want to do a Hornets rebuild soon, so that definitely will be coming shortly after that Trailblazers rebuild. Let me know if you guys want to see that down below as well. Dinwiddie, 6-man. Giannis, also Defensive Player of the Year. Chris Boucher, Most Improved. I think he's actually kind of a candidate for 6-man in real life. I don't know about Most Improved. You guys can let me know in the comment section. I don't really know Chris Boucher's stats in real life. Stan Van Gundy of Coach of the Pelicans, because, you know, 2K like Zion, and that's just it. And JT Knight. Are you running the show here? I guess you might be, because we had the same record, so maybe JT Knight won Executive of the Year for us. So maybe we won an award. But yeah, we got Giannis in the MVP Milwaukee Bucks here in the first round. So not exactly pumped for that one, but we take a look at stats on the year. Pascal Siakam kind of back on what he, to what he normally is. Really solid year for him with almost 21 points, 8 boards, 4 assists a game, almost 1 steal. Sexton, Allen, Garland. So I definitely am looking, obviously, for big jumps from Okoro and Garland, you know, in the next year. I mean, 20 and 21, you can't expect that much. I mean, Sexton's only 22, but you don't get that with everybody. Rebounds was Jarrett Allen, and assists was Darius Garland. Also, maybe a few more assists from Garland, but again, we will see when time comes. So, Milwaukee here in the first round. We take a look at their starting 5. Holiday, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. Yeah, we're probably going to get swept. If I had to put money on it, yes, we did. So, we got swept there. Honestly, no surprise. Toronto ends up actually beating Philadelphia, and Toronto just went on to win the finals. After we probably took their best player right now, and Andre Drummond gives us a big middle finger and wins finals MVP. This is just so 2K. It's honestly not even funny. I'm sure it is a little funny, but I don't get it, man, personally. So I'm parched. I could cut that out, but I'm just way too lazy. So let's head up to league meetings right now. We're not going to put any of these through 13 players. What is it right now? Is it 12? It might be 12. I don't really need to put that through. So we'll do the draft lottery. We do not have a pick because we were in the playoffs. Thunder projected 1. Rockets projected 2 via Detroit. And let's see what happens. It's going to be the Thunder, Wizards, and then Pistons. That is the top 3 right there. Good for them. We are probably going to fire pretty much everybody here. JB Bickerstaff, yeah, he led us to a 7 seed, but I just can't deal with those ratings, man. Antonio Lang, nope. Nope. And Jesus, no. So, Randy Martin, we don't have actually, we have a pretty big budget considering we're Cleveland. I thought we'd have a little bit smaller, but I mean, I'm definitely never going to complain when we have a big budget. So, I do need a new head coach here. I actually might go ahead and try to sign D'Antoni away from the Brooklyn Nets. I'm sure they'd probably let him go. He's obviously one of the better assistant coaches probably. Oh, I can't quite do that. So Peterson can go. And let me guess, can I get Trent Peterson now? Yes, I can. So funny how that works. So let's head up to the draft. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and have our first round pick. We will go ahead and look at that real quick. We do actually do. I wouldn't mind moving up in this draft, but then again, this is actually such like a team that's really young right now. And this is a 3-year rebuild. This isn't like a 5 to 6 year rebuild. So we obviously have to win within that time frame. That's the goal of this. So I don't really think drafting somebody that, high in this draft today, in this video, I'm having a stroke right now, is going to be that beneficial to us. Unless it was like the number 1 or number 2 overall pick, and I hate getting those guys repeatedly. So at this point in time, I think Taurean Prince is probably, his time here is, I thank you for it, but I don't really see a reason to have you here. So you can go have fun in South Beach and deal with that. So we are probably going to trade our pick as well. Again, I just kind of gave you the whole spiel. I don't think anybody we drafted 19 is really going to be that useful for us. So Clippers want to give me a first and a second. I definitely will not mind that. And so we'll head straight up to team player options right now. Dean Wade and Drew Eubanks. I guess we can bring back Cheesy Massa a little bit. Maybe we can get some picks for those two right there. Let's go ahead and check that. Nothing like getting 2 first-round picks for 2 white guys. It's a lovely world we live in. Memphis Grizzlies, thank you very much. We're going to do the same thing right here with Drew Eubanks and hopefully get a first-round pick, and 69 overall might be cutting it a little bit. So we'll take 2 from the Houston Rockets. It's fine. Qualifying, Jared Allen's absolutely getting that. I definitely do want to bring him back. So we head into free agency. And do we have any other free agents? We do. Oh, my God. We actually – okay. Nobody that important. So Lamar Stevens, I did not know you were on this team. Delly's just going to go. James Johnson's just going to go. I wouldn't mind getting Patty Mills back, but I also do want to try to improve this team a little bit. So I'm going to wait on Jared Allen. Actually, wait a minute. I have an idea. If I sign Jared Allen now, because next year's free agency is always loaded. You guys know that. And he might not have been picked high enough where his qualifying next year might, like, what pick was he overall? Oh, he's not even on my team technically. What pick was Jared Allen overall? I don't know why I went. Okay, he was 22, so I don't think his qualifying offer is going to be that high. So when I get his qualifying offer again, actually, is it going to glitch? It used to glitch that it would get the qualifying offer both years in a row. I don't know if it's going to still do that. He might just go straight to unrestricted free agency. But I'll figure it out when the time comes. As of now, we are definitely going to save money, letting the game glitch and just going to give him his qualifying offer. I am going to bring back Patty Mills on, it's probably just going to be a 1-year deal. I'll give him almost 10 mil. I'll give him 10 mil. It's fine. So we're going to get both these guys back. JaVale McGee is just unfortunately going to be gone. We get Allen and Mills back as well. So Jared Allen's going to get a $6 million qualifying offer. That's not bad. Hopefully it's a similar thing next year in free agency as well. So I don't plan on changing a ton with this team. I am kind of comfortable where we are right now. Honestly, I don't love Kevin Porter Jr. I don't love the guy. I think he could be solid. I might go ahead and let Sexton just kind of not have a backup next year, kind of run Free Willy, if you know what I mean, and maybe get a backup center. But, also I could just go out and sign, I can sign Boogie. I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. I want to change this team a little bit, but, I also really don't need to. If I give Boogie a 1-year deal for, $16 million, he's going to accept that. So, you know what? I guess I won't give up on Porter Jr. just yet. So, we're going to go 10-man rotation once again. I think sending a bunch of these guys to training camps. Garland's definitely going to go to an untapped potential. Same goes with Okoro and maybe even Jared Allen as well. So, that is going to do it for now. I don't like keeping teams basically the same they were. I just kind of replaced JaVale McGee with DeMarcus Cousins. And so, yeah, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I do think this team does have a ton of potential and definitely can develop into something a little bit better. I mean, we made the playoffs and we're the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers. So we will see, and I'll see you guys with the rotation at the start of year number 2. So we are going to go ahead and roll with the same exact starting 5 as last year. As you can see here, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, Pascal Siakam, and Jared Allen. Good to see Allen going up a couple overalls. We see Isaac Okoro bump up maybe 2 that was, and I think Garland might have bumped up 1 or 2 as well. I sent those 3 guys to untapped potentials. If you guys are ever worried or curious about who I send to what training camp, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Also, I know it's ironic that I almost just traded Kevin Porter Jr. and now I'm giving him the most minutes off the bench. The reason for that is that Patty Mills did regress quite a bit. So you will see that in a second. But yeah, it's a really solid bench as well. Kevin Porter Jr., DeMarcus Cousins, Larry Nance Jr., Chetty Osman, and Patty Mills is down to a 76 now. So he's going to be only playing 10 minutes a night, which means a much bigger role here for Darius Garland, as Mills was our 6th man last year. So Mike D'Antoni, new head coach here. I think this team definitely can accomplish a lot. We are obviously still super young, but I do have some pretty good confidence in this team. So that does it for now, and I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So we just wrapped up year number 2 here, and I'm actually really excited about how this year went. Really excited we kind of stuck with our young guns, kind of stuck to our plan. It looks like it worked out regular season-wise. As we finished second here in the Eastern Conference, third in the power rankings. Luka Doncic, Mr. Triple-Double, is your MVP. Evan Mobley, Rookie of the Year. Also, because a lot of you guys have been asking me to do it, I finally, hopefully, found a new 2022 draft class. I don't know how good it is, but I have a new one. I definitely have a new one today. I went and I searched for one, and I hope it's good enough. Obi Toppin, 6th Man of the Year in New York. Really solid year, especially as a 6th man for him. Almost 20.7 boards, 2 assists. Them New York Knicks, man. Hopefully getting back on top soon for all you Knicks fans. I feel bad. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. James Wiseman, Most Improved. Steve Nash goes ahead and win Coach of the Year for the Brooklyn Nets. They take that one spot here in the Eastern Conference. So we do have Toronto here in the first round. Pascal Siakam's old team, funny enough. We're looking at some player stats. Sexton, great year. Super excited to have him. Unfortunately, I believe he's a free agent this year. Which hopefully I can just let him get his qualifying offer because, you know, I'm an asshole and stuff like that. Siakam, Garland making that jump a little bit up to 16.5 points from, what was he exactly last year? It was around 12.5 last year, so almost 4 more. Awesome to see. Jared Allen, perfect, exactly what I'm looking for. 13 boards, 13 points, almost 13.5 boards. Okoro getting a little bit better. He's the one I'm a little bit flaky on right now. Again, I don't know a ton about him, and as it looks right now, he's been good. But I think if we can maybe trade him and improve that spot at the 3 spot, especially if we don't win a championship this year, that's probably something I'm definitely going to be looking into a little bit. But before that does come about, we do have the Toronto Raptors here in round number 1. Malachi Flynn, looks like they moved on. Wow, did they trade Kyle Lowry for Justice Winslow? That's an interesting move, but Kyle Lowry is no longer there. Looks like they moved on from him. Probably the greatest Toronto Raptor of all time, in my opinion. Not the best, the greatest. Now we're moving on to the Celtics here in round number 2. Kemba, JB, JT, Tice, and DeAndre Jordan has made his way to Boston. Don't know about that one, Chief. And wow, they might have just blown a 3-1 lead right there, and I believe they did. And we come back, beat them in 7. Now we got Brooklyn here. Oh, boy. Yeah. This is going to be hard. This is just going to be hard. They somehow got Greg Brown here. They have Tristan Thompson now. Beverly off the bench. Like, I just can't see us winning this. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, hopefully the Nets win this. They should very well. Good to see James Harden getting a ring finally. Congratulations, man. So, we did not win a championship right there. I might go ahead with some of those plans I was just talking about right now. But first, we are going to go ahead and check in league meetings. Division winners with the top 3. No. Nope. Wait, I kind of just pushed that through without seeing it. Division winners will get the top 3 playoff seeds in each conference based on record. Oh. Okay, I see how that is. So, like, if the number 1 seed in, like, the Atlantic Division, like, you know what it is, basically. Like, you kind of see what I'm saying. But no, I'm not going to push that through right now. So, draft lottery right now, I do not believe I traded for any picks in this year's lottery. I don't see Cavaliers anywhere. So, nothing for us. Golden State, and wow, Houston has 2 and 3. Good for them. Good job in that rebuild. I see no reason to move on from anybody here in our coaching staff. Still very much fine with all of them. We might have our first-round pick this year, which I unfortunately really don't plan on using. We actually have a lot of picks in this year's draft. 3 second-round picks and 2 first-round picks. This was that Spurs pick that we ended up trading for in year number 1. Probably just not going to use it. Just trying to be honest here. So let me go ahead and maybe... Yeah, I'm going to trade all these picks. I'm just going to get a bunch of new picks, and then I'll see you guys with the next move. Okay, so we're up here to team player options. All 3 of these guys will definitely be coming back. Garland, Okoro, and Porter Jr. Super excited. That's also such a good thing about, rebuilding. Oh, my God. Is my face cam frozen? It looks like it's frozen on here. If this doesn't fix itself, okay. It just fixed itself, but it might not. You know what? I think it's probably fine. If that just froze for a second, I do apologize. But what I was saying is I like using young teams, especially when you have a lot of young guys that you can build around because they're all so cheap, and that's just my favorite thing. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have a good free agency class until a couple years down the line, which means most of these guys are up for contract extensions at some point, which kind of does interfere with me signing free agents. But as of now, we have money. But Jared Allen, Colin Sexton are both free agents, so we're definitely going to have to worry on that. But, yeah, James Harden's here. Kevin Durant's here. Like, low-key. He has 10 offers, though, and the Grizzlies giving him $175 million. Like, oh, excuse me. Like, Kevin Durant would be cool to get. This is the thing with these free agency classes, though, because here the thing that's going to suck right now is that I'm going to go ahead, if I were to sign, I could just theoretically just trade Nance and Osman. You know what? Go big or go home. I want to win a championship. I think it's going to require a superstar-type player. So Larry Nance and Chetty Osman, unfortunately, are probably not going to be on this team anymore. I think that's probably the right move. I think they're going to go ahead, and we're probably just going to take a pick for both of them. Hopefully I don't really want anybody else. Yeah, 2 lottery picks from the Kings for that, and now we're going to go ahead and move Chetty Osman. I like both those guys a lot. I love Larry Nance especially, and it's unfortunate, but when I have an opportunity to sign like a superstar free agent that I think is definitely going to help us win a championship, I'm going to do it 10 times out of 10. So we'll give you the trade exception if you want it, and now we hopefully should have a little bit more money to maybe work something out here. If not, I'll probably have to trade somebody else as well. Kyrie just doesn't have any offers. That's the thing I kind of like right now. So do our free agents have any offers? They do not. Patty Mills is gone. I'm not worrying about him. I think I'm going to make an offer to Kevin Durant here, because I think it'd be stupid not to. Player option, no trade clause. Now, if he is not going... Shit. Okay. Hold on a minute. So, I have $4 million right now, so I basically need to clear up $5 mil. Excuse me, never mind. I don't need... Yeah, no, I need to clear up like $5 to $6 million if I want to make sure I get Sexton and Allen back as well. So, $5 to $6 million, which means Okoro's probably gone. It sucks, but I'm not trading Siakam and I'm not trading Garland, and I think the easy option here, especially because Kevin Durant's coming in to replace Isaac Okoro, it definitely makes the most sense here. So, oh, he has 4 stars in trade value. I feel like I'm kind of just giving him up for nothing here. I honestly just want a first-round pick. Like, I don't want anybody. All right, I'll take Jalen Johnson. We get a really valuable Indiana pick, and then Jalen Johnson's going to get traded. Like, it sucks giving up on a 5th overall pick that quickly, but like it's Kevin Durant and this is a 3-year rebuild, so I'm sure not everybody's gonna like it. Also, I'll refrain from getting Kevin Durant for a little while after this. We'll do this with the Knicks, and then Austin Rivers is just gonna go as well. So that's how you just downgrade and get picks, I guess. But hopefully this all works out. If my plan does not work out, then I kind of just fucked myself over here for your number 3. And come on, there we go. First round pick from the Charlotte Hornets. So hopefully this works now where I don't have to renounce the rights, and I do not. We just made it. We have $1 million. Now what I have to do is I may have to make sure that either both don't get offers, or I have to make sure that I just give them an offer if they do. And now they both have offers. So I'm going to max them both out. Hopefully they both accept our offers. Jared Allen as well. So I'm happy that I also did this. And so we're not going to agree to that. We're not going to agree to that. We're not going to renounce the rights. We're not going to renounce the rights. And we should have $4 million. And we're good on KD. And let me do this again. We're going to give Sexton that same offer here. And we're going to give Jared Allen that same offer here. And hopefully this goes through. Wow. Okay, it worked out. So yeah, this is the new team here. Kevin Durant's going to slide down to that small forward spot. I think that's kind of an obvious one there. So our starting 5 is totally figured out here. I need to work on the bench a little bit because I kind of just traded my entire bench. So I need a point guard, power forward, and backup center. So let's see who my options are here. What did I say? Point guard. I think it's power forward as well. Rocco. I could also... The game might glitch and let me bring Boogie back. Wait a minute. If I sign Covington right now... Is it going to let me sign Cousins? Oh my god, the game's going to glitch. I love it when this happens. And now I need a center, or excuse me, a point. Actually, what I'm going to do here is who's the highest overall? Like Damian Lee. And then I'm going to trade him. And probably all those picks that we just got that are really going to turn into nothing, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, just go ahead and get a better backup point guard because it sucks. But yeah, Peyton Pritchard. No, I'm going to take Trey Jones instead. Welcome to the team, Trey Jones. So, yeah, unfortunately, I blew it up a little bit, but we did keep our backcourt intact, and hopefully Kevin Durant can lead us to the promised land, guys, a championship, and I will see you guys in the rotation at the start of the 3rd and final year. So, year number 3 here, the 3rd and final season, and I'm super excited to roll out this team. Obviously, we just picked up one of the best players in NBA history in Kevin Durant. And, yeah, this is how the starting 5 is going to look for year number 3. Darius Garland, Colin Sexton. We still got the sex land there in the backcourt. Please don't demonetize me. It's not a sexual joke. Kevin Durant's obviously, is he wearing number 17? I don't know where to see that. Honestly, I don't care, but that looks like a 7 to me. That's disgusting if he's wearing 17. Pascal Siakam, and then Jared Allen. Bench is, it's okay. It's probably a little bit worse than years prior, but it's still a really good bench. Kevin Porter Jr., who I almost traded. Kind of happy I didn't. DeMarcus Cousins, Trey Jones, and Robert Covington. Super excited to see what this team can do. Let's go hopefully win a championship. So we wrap up year number 3, and we are here first in the Eastern Conference, first in the power rankings. It's awesome, exactly what you want to see. Something I also didn't realize is by signing Kevin Durant, not only did we obviously have a significant improvement at the small forward spot to our team, we also took one away from the Brooklyn Nets, which is really big for us, considering they were probably, whoops, my phone is going off, considering they're probably our biggest, like a opponent right now in the Eastern Conference, which is weird to say, but yeah, so that's obviously a huge advantage. Nikola Jokic, MVP, 24 points, 13 boards, 9 assists, very well deserved. Please tell, oh my god. Oh, brother, I'm begging, I'm pleading, please somebody get me a 2022 draft class. I promise you it's a different one. But yeah, Russell, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. Russell Westbrook, 6th Man of the Year in Washington. Jonathan Isaac, even the Player of the Year. Jalen Johnson, Most Improved. I guess we had him for 5 minutes. Then Tony wins Coach of the Year for us, and JT Knight is Executive of the Year. Awesome. Obviously, it was 71 wins. We're going to be first in pretty much any conference. We check out player stats right now. Kevin Durant balled out for us. Sexton was awesome. Pascal Siakam, Darius Garland. Really happy with the makeup of this team right now. Rebounds, Jared Allen put up 16 boards a game, and assists was Garland up to 7.5. His rookie year, where was he? Or not rookie year, but the first year before. Yeah, so he's just gotten better in the assist departments every single year. Obviously, having one of the best small forwards of all time doesn't really hurt that, but you know what I'm saying. So, we do have the Chicago Bulls here in round number 1, who are not a team to sleep on at all. Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Pat Williams, Lowry Markin, and Wendell Carter Jr. Another young team that I think definitely has some potential in a couple years. So, but we do end up sweeping them, unfortunately for them, but not unfortunately for us. This is a scary shooting backcourt here with Trae Young, Buddy Hield, holding it down in Atlanta. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Onyeka Okongwu there. Come on, baby, and we sweep them. I guess we're just running through these right now, and we got the Celtics here, who we somehow beat last year. I'm hoping we can just do it again, and wow, and the fucking Kings, are you kidding me? It's a good team, but they have the cracked Amoni Bates here, and obviously De'Aaron Fox is obviously their best player right now, but I still see us, winning this one with pretty ease. So yeah, we do finally lose a playoff game. It took us till the finals to lose a playoff game, but we do get it done. Kevin Durant gets another ring and is another final MVP. So that about does it for the Cavs rebuild. That's the final team in the 4-team trade that included obviously the blockbuster of James Harden to Brooklyn. I had a ton of fun with this one. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you guys new, please do make sure to subscribe. We are on the road to 30K, and every sub does count. So let me know what you guys want to see next. Trailblazers will definitely be next, and after that, I do want to do a Hornets rebuild. But if you guys have somebody you want me to see, instead, after that one, I will probably be doing that, ahead of that. So that does it for me. Seriously, I do love you guys a lot, and all your support does mean a ton to me. So that does it for me. I know I've said that 48 fucking times. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.